Deuteronomy chapter 3. Defeat of Og, king of Bashan. Next we turned and we went up along the road toward Bashan. And Og, king of Bashan, with his whole army, marched out to meet us in battle of Edrei. The Lord said to me, "Do not be afraid of him, for I have delivered him into your hands, along with his whole army and his land. Do to him what you did to Sihon, king of Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon." So the Lord our God also gave into our hands Og, king of Bashan, and all his army. We struck them down, leaving no survivors. At the time we took all these cities, there was not one of the 60 cities that we did take from them. The whole region of Argob, Og's kingdom in Bashan. All these cities were fortified with high walls and with gates and bars, and there were also a great many unwalled villages. We completely destroyed them, as we had done with Sihon, king of Heshbon, destroying every city, men, women, and children, but all the livestock and the plunder from their cities we carried off for ourselves. So at the time we took from these two kings of the Amorites the territory east of the Jordan, from Arnon, Jordan, as far as Mount Hermon. Hermon is called Sirion by the Sidonians. The Amorites call it Sinir. We took all the towns of the plateau and all Gilead and all Bashan as far as Selecah and Edrei, towns of Og, kingdom and Bashan. Og, king of Bashan, was the last of the Rephites. His bed was decorated with iron and was more than 9 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. It is still in Rabbah of Ammonites. Division of the land. Of the land that we took over at that time, I gave the Reubenites and the Gadites the territory north of Arior by Arnon George, including half the hill country of Gilead, together with his own towns, the rest of Gilead, and also all of Bashan, king of Og, I gave to the half tribe of Manasseh. The whole region of Argob and Bashan used to be known as a land of the Rephites. Jair, a descendant of Manasseh, took the whole region of Argob as far as border of Geshurites, and the Maacathites, it was named after him, so that to this day Bashan is called Havot Jair. And I gave Gilead to Machir, but the Reubenites and the Gileadites I gave the territory extending from Gilead, town of Arnon, George, the middle of the George, being the border, and out of the Jabbok river, which is the border of the Ammonites. Its western border was the Jordan in Arabah, from Kinneret to the Sea of Arabat, that is the Red Sea, below the slopes of Pisgah. I commanded you at the time the Lord your God has given you this land to take possession of it. But all your able-bodied men, armed for battle, must cross ahead of the other Israelites. However, your wives, your children, and your livestock, I know you have much livestock, may stay in the towns I have given you, until the Lord give rest to your fellow Israelites as he has to you, and they too have taken over the land that the Lord your God is giving them across the Jordan. After that, each of you may go back to the position I have given you. Moses forbidden to cross the Jordan. At that time, I commanded Joshua, "You have seen with your own eyes all that the Lord your God has done to these two kings. The Lord will do the same to all the kingdoms over there where you are going. Do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God himself will fight for you." At that time I pleaded with the Lord, "Sovereign Lord, you have begun to show to your servant your greatness and your strong hand. For what God is there in heaven or on earth who can do the deeds and mighty works you do? Let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan, that fine hill country and Lebanon. But because of you the Lord was angry with me and would not listen to me. That is enough, the Lord said. Do not speak to me anymore about this matter. Go up to the top of Pisgah and look west and north and south and east. Look at the land with your own eyes, since you are not going to cross this Jordan. But commission Joshua and encourage and strengthen him, for he will lead these people across and will cause them to inherit the land that you will see. So we stayed in the valley near Beth Peor.